She wasn't supposed to enter the room, and the sign on the door said, "Do not disturb." But she heard something, a sound that didn't belong in a five-star hotel at 3 a.m. When she opens the door, she sees him, the most famous man in the world, collapsed, trembling, alone. He looks up at her and says four words that make her blood run cold. What happens in the next 10 minutes stays buried for 40 years. Until now. The hallway on the seventh floor of the Manila Hotel is silent. Not the peaceful kind of silence. The kind that presses against your eardrums. The kind that makes you aware of your own breathing. It's 3:17 a.m. October 1st, 1975. In less than 12 hours, Muhammad Ali will step into a boxing ring in Quezon City for what many are calling the greatest fight in history. The Thrilla in Manila, against Joe Frazier. For the third time. The final time. But right now in this hallway, none of that matters. Maria Santos pushes her cleaning cart slowly across the carpet. 17 years old. 4 months working at this hotel. She's thin, small, with dark hair pulled back tight. Her uniform is too big. The fabric bunches at her shoulders. Her hands are red and cracked from chemicals. She's not supposed to be on this floor. The seventh floor is restricted tonight. VIP guests only. Security everywhere. But her supervisor sent her up anyway, because someone has to replace the towels in the storage closet. And Maria is the one no one notices. She moves quietly. Years of being invisible have taught her how to make no sound. The carpet absorbs her footsteps. The wheels of her cart barely whisper. She's almost to the storage closet when she hears it. A sound. Not loud. Not a shout or a crash. Something softer. Something wrong? It's coming from room 742. Maria stops. Her hands grip the cart handle. She knows that room. Everyone on staff knows that room. That's where he's staying. The boxer. The American. The one everyone's talking about. Muhammad Ali. The sound comes again. A low moan. Then silence. Maria looks down the hallway. Empty. No security. No staff. Just her and that sound. She should walk away. She should go to the storage closet, get the towels, go back downstairs. Mind her business. Stay invisible. But something in that sound pulls at her. She's heard pain before. Growing up in Tondo, one of Manila's poorest neighborhoods, you learn what pain sounds like. This is different. This is deeper. Maria takes 3 steps toward the door. The "Do Not Disturb" sign hangs crooked on the handle. She raises her hand, hesitates, lowers it. What if she's wrong? What if nothing's wrong? What if she gets fired for disturbing a VIP guest at 3 a.m.? The sound comes again. Weaker this time. Maria knocks. Soft. 3 times. No answer. She knocks again. Harder. Still nothing. Her hand moves to the handle. She has a master key. All housekeeping staff do. But using it on a "Do Not Disturb" room is grounds for immediate termination. The sound again. Then nothing. Maria slides the key into the lock. Turns it slowly. The mechanism clicks. She pushes the door open 6 inches. Darkness inside. The curtains are drawn. No lights on. "Sir?" Her voice barely carries. "Sir, are you okay?" Silence. She pushes the door wider. The light from the hallway spills into the room. She can see the bed. Empty. Sheets pulled back. Pillows on the floor. "Sir?" She steps inside. The door closes behind her automatically, cutting off the hallway light. Now she's in darkness. Her eyes haven't adjusted yet. She fumbles for the light switch, finds it, clicks it on. The overhead light floods the room with harsh brightness that makes her squint. And then she sees him, on the floor, between the bed and the window, curled on his side, wearing white shorts and nothing else. His skin glistens with sweat. His whole body is shaking. Muhammad Ali, the most famous athlete in the world, the heavyweight champion, the man whose face is on every magazine, every newspaper, every television screen in Manila this week. He's on the floor, trembling, alone. Maria's first instinct is to run, get help, call security, call a doctor, but something stops her. His eyes, he's looking at her, not with confusion or anger, with something else, something that looks like relief. Help me. His voice is barely a whisper. Please. Maria drops to her knees beside him. She doesn't think. She just moves. Her hand goes to his forehead. Burning hot. Fever. Sir, I get doctor, I get... No. He grabs her wrist. His grip is weak, but desperate. No doctor. No one. Please. But you sick. You need... No one can know. He's breathing hard. Each word costs him. They find out, fight's over. Everything's over. Maria stares at him. She doesn't understand. He's sick. Obviously sick. Fever, chills, maybe worse. The fight is tomorrow, and today, technically, in less than 12 hours. I get water, she says. You need water. She pulls free from his grip, goes to the bathroom, fills a glass from the tap. Her hands are shaking. She doesn't know why she's shaking. Maybe because she's never been this close to someone famous. Maybe because something about this feels wrong. Not wrong like illegal. Wrong like she's seeing something she shouldn't see. Something private. Something true. When she comes back, he's trying to sit up, failing. His arms won't hold him. Maria kneels beside him again, helps him prop himself against the side of the bed. He takes the glass with both hands, drinks half of it in 3 long swallows. Water spills down his chin. He doesn't seem to notice. Thank you, he says, still quiet, still weak, but steadier now. You very sick, Maria says. Tomorrow you fight. How you fight like this? Allie closes his eyes. For a moment she thinks he's passed out. Then he speaks. I can't fight like this. The words hang in the air. Maria doesn't know much about boxing. She knows Allie is famous. She knows people have paid enormous amounts of money to watch this fight. She knows the president of the Philippines will be there. She knows this fight is supposed to be historic. And she knows what Allie just said changes everything. Then you tell them, Maria says. You tell them you sick. They move fight. They wait. Allie shakes his head slowly. Can't move it. Too much money, too many people, too much... He trails off, opens his eyes, looks at her. What's your name? Maria. Maria. He says it carefully, testing it. How old are you, Maria? 17? He nods. 17, Jesus. He closes his eyes again. You're just a kid. I'm not kid. I work. I help family. Yeah. A weak smile crosses his face. You're not a kid, I'm sorry. They sit in silence. Maria doesn't know what to do. She should call someone. This man needs medical attention. But he asked her not to, begged her, and something in his eyes when he said it made her believe him. Made her believe that if anyone finds out, something terrible will happen. Why are you sick? Maria asks quietly. Allie doesn't answer immediately. He takes another drink of water, slower this time. Bad food, he finally says. Yesterday, lunch. Something didn't sit right. Been like this since midnight. Food poison? Maybe, I don't know, He stops, shakes his head. I've been throwing up for 3 hours. Can't keep anything down, can't stand, can't think straight. Maria looks at him. Really looks at him. His skin is pale under the dark brown. His eyes are bloodshot. His lips are cracked. He looks nothing like the man she's seen in photographs. Nothing like the confident fighter on television. He looks human, fragile, scared. You need hospital, Maria says firmly. If I go to a hospital, everyone knows. Press finds out. Frazier's camp finds out. They postpone the fight. Or worse, they don't postpone it and everyone knows I'm weak. That I'm vulnerable. That I'm not the man they think I am. But you're not well. You cannot fight. I have to fight. His voice gets stronger, desperate. You don't understand. I have to fight. This fight is everything. It's not about boxing. It's not about a championship. It's about... He stops, swallows hard. It's about proving something. To Frazier, to the world, to myself. Maria doesn't understand. She's 17. She cleans hotel rooms. She sends money to her mother in Tondo. She doesn't understand why a man would risk his life to prove something. But she understands fear, and she can see fear in his eyes right now. What I do, Maria asks? How I help? Allie looks at her for a long moment. You can't tell anyone, not your supervisor, not security, no one. Can you do that? Maria hesitates. She could lose her job for this. If anyone finds out she was in this room, knew he was sick and said nothing, she's done. She'll never work in a hotel again. Maybe never work anywhere again. But something about the way he's looking at her, the desperation, the vulnerability, the complete and total trust he's placing in this stranger, this 17-year-old girl who stumbled into his room at 3 a.m. I say nothing, Maria whispers. Allie lets out a breath. Relief washes over his face. Thank you. Thank you, Maria. But how you fight? She asks again. You cannot stand now. How you stand in 12 hours? I don't know. His voice cracks. I don't know. But I have to figure it out. Because if I don't fight tomorrow, if I back out, everyone will say I was scared. That Frazier broke me. That the great Muhammad Ali couldn't take it anymore. He puts his head back against the bed, closes his eyes. You know what Joe Frazier said about me? Ali continues, his voice getting quieter. He said I'm a fraud. That I talk big, but when it gets hard, when it gets real, I fold. He's been saying that for years. And tomorrow, today, I have to prove him wrong. I have to show him. Show everyone. Maria sits on the floor next to him. She doesn't know what to say. She's never met anyone like this. Someone so famous. So powerful, but also so broken. My father, Maria says quietly, he work in factory. Every day he's sick, cough, fever. But he go anyway, because if he not go, we not eat. He say, well, pain temporary, hunger forever. Maybe same for you. Allie opens one eye, looks at her. Your father sounds like a strong man. He dead now, 3 years. I'm sorry. Is okay. He teach me. Before he go, he teach me. You do what you must do. Not what you want to do. What you must do. Allie's quiet for a while. Then he speaks again. Softer now. Can I tell you something, Maria? Something I've never told anyone? Maria nods. I'm scared. The words come out broken. I'm terrified. Not of Frazier. Not of losing. I'm scared that I'm not who everyone thinks I am. I'm scared that all the talking, all the confidence, all the I am the greatest stuff, I'm scared it's all just noise. Just me trying to convince myself. He opens both eyes now, looks directly at her. In Manila, in the Thrilla, when we fought before, New York here, I've never been so close to quitting. Never. Frazier hits like a freight train. And it's not just his punches. It's that he won't stop. He just keeps coming. And coming. And every round, I think maybe this is it. Maybe this is the round I can't get up. Maybe this is the round I quit. But you not quit, Maria says. You still here? Barely. He laughs. It's a sad sound. I'm 33 years old, Maria. My hands hurt every day. My knees are shot. I can't see as well as I used to. Frazier's taken years off my life. And tomorrow I have to go back in there and do it again. Fight him again. Hurt him again. Get hurt again. Then why you do it, Maria asks. The question is simple, genuine. Allie doesn't answer right away. He stares at the ceiling. The fever makes his eyes glassy, makes him look lost. Because, he finally says, if I don't, then what was it all for? The exile, the title they took from me, the years I lost, the people who called me a coward. If I don't beat Frazier, if I don't prove that I'm still the greatest, then they were right, and I can't let them be right. Maria doesn't fully understand, but she understands pride. She understands not wanting to be wrong. She understands fighting even when your body tells you to stop. You rest now, Maria says. I stay. Make sure you're okay. You don't have to. I stay. Allie nods. He doesn't argue. Maybe he doesn't have the strength. Maybe he's just grateful someone is here. Maria sits beside him on the floor. The room is quiet again. The only sound is his breathing. Slow, labored, but steadier than before. Minutes pass, maybe 10, maybe 20. Maria loses track. Then Ali speaks again. His voice is different now. Slower, like he's half asleep. I had a dream last night, he says. Before all this, before I got sick, I dreamed I was in the ring with Frazier. But it wasn't the ring. It was just darkness. And we were fighting. But I couldn't see him. I could only feel his punches, and I kept swinging, kept fighting. But I never hit him. Just air. Just darkness. He pauses, takes a shaky breath. And then I realized I wasn't fighting Frazier. I was fighting myself, my own fear, my own doubt. And I couldn't win, because how do you beat yourself? Maria listens. She doesn't interrupt. When I woke up, Allie continues, I was covered in sweat. And I thought, maybe that's what this fight really is. Not me versus Frazier. Me versus me. He goes quiet again. Maria wants to say something. Something comforting. Something wise. But she's 17. She cleans hotel rooms. What does she know about fighting yourself? My father, she says slowly, he tell me once. He say, Maria, the hardest person to forgive is yourself. I not understand then. But now, I think I understand. Allie turns his head to look at her. His eyes are wet. Your father was right, he whispers. They sit in silence for another long stretch. Maria checks her watch. 4:05 a.m. She's been in this room for almost an hour. Someone will notice she's gone soon. Someone will come looking. I need go, Maria says reluctantly. Before they find me? Allie nods. Yeah, you should go. She stands, her knees ache from sitting on the floor. She looks down at him. He still looks weak, still looks sick. But something in his face has changed. Some small shift. Like a weight has been lifted. Not completely, but enough. You be okay? She asked. I don't know, Allie says honestly, but I'm going to try. Maria moves toward the door, stops, turns back. Mr. Allie? Just Ollie. Allie, I think you already the greatest. You not need prove nothing. Everyone already know. Allie smiles. It's small, but it's real. Thank you, Maria, for everything, for staying, for listening, for... He trails off. For seeing me. Maria doesn't know what he means by that last part, but she nods anyway. She opens the door. The hallway's still empty, still silent. She slips out, closes the door softly behind her. Her cart is where she left it. She grabs the handle, pushes it toward the storage closet. Her hands are still shaking. She doesn't look back at room 742. The Thrilla in Manila takes place later that day. The fight goes down in history as one of the most brutal, savage contests ever witnessed. Allie wins when Frazier's corner refuses to let him come out for the 15th round. But for 40 years, no one knows about the night before, about the fever, about the fear, about the teenage girl who found Muhammad Ali on his hotel room floor at 3 a.m., trembling and terrified. Maria never tells anyone, not her supervisor, not her family, not her friends. She carries it alone. In 2015, Maria Santos is 57 years old. She lives in a small apartment in Quezon City. She never married, never had children. She worked in hotels for 30 years before her back gave out. She's watching television when the news breaks. Muhammad Ali has been hospitalized. Parkinson's disease. His condition is declining rapidly. Maria sits on her couch, stares at the screen, at his face, older now, weathered, but still him. And something breaks inside her. The secret she's carried for 40 years suddenly feels too heavy, too important, too real. She picks up the phone, calls a journalist she knows from church, tells him she has a story about Muhammad Ali, about the Thrilla in Manila, about a night no one knows about. The journalist doesn't believe her at first. How could he? It sounds impossible. But Maria has details, specific details, the room number, the time, the fever, the words Ali said. And slowly, as she tells the story, the journalist realizes she's not lying. She's not making this up. This happened. The article is published 3 weeks later. It goes viral immediately. Boxing historians debate it. Ali's family is contacted. Some deny it. Others stay silent. But Maria knows the truth. She was there. She saw it. She heard it. And now, finally, after 40 years, the world knows what happened in room 742 of the Manila Hotel at 3:17 a.m. on October 1st, 1975. They know that Muhammad Ali fought 2 battles that day in Manila. One in the ring against Joe Frazier, and one in that hotel room against himself. And maybe, just maybe, the second fight was harder than the first. When Maria finishes telling her story to the journalist, he asks her one final question. Why are you telling this now, after all these years? Maria's quiet for a moment. Then she says, because he told me truth when he not have to, when he weak, when he scared. He trusted me with that. And now he's sick. Now he old. Now he cannot speak for himself. So I speak for him. I tell his truth. The truth no one else knows. The journalist nods. Do you think he would want this story told? Maria smiles, sad, knowing. I think, she says quietly, he already tell me, that night. When he look at me and say, thank you for seeing me. I think he wants someone to see him, the real him, not the champion, not the greatest, just the man. She pauses. So I see him. And now, I help world see him too. Muhammad Ali passes away in June 2016. Maria watches the funeral on television. She cries, not for the champion, not for the legend, but for the scared man she found on a hotel room floor 40 years ago. The man who trusted her. The man who showed her that even the greatest are still just human. And as she watches his casket being carried through the streets of Louisville, she thinks about that night, about what he said, about his dream of fighting in darkness, about his fear that he was fighting himself. And she realizes something. Maybe he won both fights that day in Manila. But the one in the hotel room, the one against his own fear, his own doubt, his own humanity, maybe that was the real Thrilla. And maybe, just maybe, a 17-year-old girl who cleaned hotel rooms helped him survive it.